Hey you everybody, PH vlogging part 3. Today's topic is by popular demand, the making of a song. So obviously this process is different for everybody, and in this video I will try to explain it to people who do not usually write music. So if I'm saying obvious things to you because you're a musician too, fuck yourself. I don't care. I'm not talking to you. The first thing that you need to understand is that writing a song is actually much less magic and romantic than you probably expect it to be. Magic inspiration strikes rarely, and if you were to work only when magically inspired, you would never work. And even when it does, it's usually just for a single thing, like one riff, or one chorus, vocal line, anything like that. And once you lay it down, you still have to build the entire song around it. And this is usually not magic at all. It's sometimes tedious and methodical. 90% of the time, like deadmau5 said, you are actually goofing around, trying to find something that doesn't suck and that's not be done to death already. There are obviously exceptions to this, but this is the general statement. Sometimes you goof around for 2 hours and you can't find anything you really like, anything that fit the songs, and then in 5 seconds you come up with the best idea and everything is clear and the song suddenly makes sense and blah blah blah. So I guess that this kind, in a way, magic do happen, but you had to goof around for 2 hours to make the magic happen, and goofing around for 2 hours was not magic at all. It's a lot of trial and error and being honest with yourself, not settling for the first easy solution, even though sometimes it may work. I'm not saying that you necessarily have to spend 3 hours to find every single note. Sometimes they will come up easy and sometimes not. That's why you need to be honest with yourself. The best way to test this, in my opinion, is to listen back to what you've done a couple days later and see if you still like it. If you do, great, keep working on it. If not, trash it and move on, make something else. Coming to PH, the songwriting core right now is composed by me and Dennis, and we don't have a very fixed process. Is actually very different every time, and I enjoy this because I believe if you always have the same process, it may make you more productive in the short term, but I think you will end up doing the same things over and over again very quickly, which is not good unless you want to do fucking AC/DC or shit like that. Sometimes I'll just go cyber mode and write and pre-produce an entire song in one day, send it over to the guys, and they'll be like, perfect, and that's it. Some other times Dennis will send me a kind of riff salad, and I will, move things around, make it flow better, and add some synthesizers and refine the drum beats and stuff. Some other times I will just send him an electronic beat and be like, yo, play over this, see what you can come up with. We have done all of this. One of the two comes up with an idea and sends a demo to the other one. We bounce it back and forth a couple times, adding things, removing things, changing the structure until we are satisfied with it. When the instrumental is done, I will work on the lyrics and on the vocal lines. Then, after vocal lines are recorded, I will usually do some more arrangement to it. And I will usually, you usually get rid of a lot of stuff after you record the vocals, because you understand you were using all those layers to fill the void of the voice not being there, but now that you have the voice, these things are just annoying and distracting, so you don't need them anymore. And finally, I mix and master the song, because yeah, I produce my own shit. I tried doing that with other people, but they don't do what I want and they ask me money, so fuck them. To give you guys a frame of reference, I'll actually go kinda into details about the two songs out right now, Still Breathing and Defective by Design, so that you can have, I can point at things and you will hopefully understand what I'm saying. About Still Breathing is kind of funny because I was at a friend's place and he had to go out for like a couple hours, and he said, "Do you want to come along?" And I said, "No, I'll just stay home and work on some music." So I started working on this, and this is an example of methodical work, because I didn't have any idea for melodies or anything like that. I just knew what I was going for, so an electronic, almost claustrophobic industrial verse, and then a very open, powerful chorus with a melodic vocal line and power chords. I just knew that I wanted the song to be in C# minor for some reasons, because I don't usually write in C# minor, but whatever. So I spent some time making that beat, and then I spent some time spicing it up with my industrial thing to make it distorted and cool. Then I programmed a very basic open drum beat for the chorus. I skipped bass and guitar completely. I just put it like an arpeggio of a synthesizer on the chorus, which you can, it's still in the song, but it's not there anymore. It's only in the last chorus and in the outro of the song. Just to, you know, give a sort of reference for the notes. And I kind of did the structure, the first half of the song, and sent it to Dennis and told him like, "Yo, add guitars to this." And so he did. He sent it back with the guitars for the chorus and another guitar for the second verse and an extra synthesizer for the verses. So I moved on to produce these sounds, and we kept bouncing it back a couple times. We nailed down the structure with the very empty breakdown and then the very open riff before the last chorus, and yeah, I did the rhythm guitars for that part and he did the lead part, and that's it. The song was finished. It was still missing vocals, obviously. And the thing is that I didn't care for adding vocals to this song for a lot of time. Until like one day I was in a practice room by myself, because sometimes I just go there by myself to sing and practice. And I was trying to come up with a vocal line for Still Breathing. I actually had the chorus already fixed, but I couldn't find anything I liked enough for the verse. So I had the lyrics down, but you know, lyrics are never set in stone for me, because we are still making music, not poetry, so the melody aspect comes first. So if I have to bend the lyrics around the melodic idea I have, I will do it, no problem. So yeah, I was there reading the lyrics with the song looping for like 40 minutes or something, and all of a sudden I was like, na 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 na, and I was like, yeah, shit is hot, I like this. And I recorded it immediately and sent it to the guys, and they were all like, "Oh my god, this is amazing, go on, blah blah." Defective by Design was the opposite. It was very magic, because it was one of the times where I go cyber mode and Basically, I had all at once. I had the whole song in my head. I knew the riff, I knew the rhythm section for the verses. I had everything in my head. The opening on the special part, the quiet breakdown, everything all at once. So when that happens, I usually sit down to the computer and work as fast as possible and try to get the idea down, the entire thing done as soon as possible. And I sent it to Dennis and it was like, perfect. And that was pretty much it for the instrumental. Then later he actually suggested that the song should be shorter, so I cut a couple parts because he was right. The song is better off shorter. That was it for the instrumental part. About the lyrics and the verse, the verse came kinda natural, very easily, if you will, both lyrics and melodic wise. Then I wanted to do this, the open charts part with the melodic singing, because I think that adds variance to the song, even though, let's say, the song would work even without that part. But I did it, whatever. I think it fits the song well. Maybe it doesn't, I don't know. Whatever, it is what it is. But the chorus was a fucking nightmare. I changed the chorus, I believe, like 6-7 times. Every time recording it in full. I tried to make it melodic at start, because that's the obvious thing for a chorus, but it just wasn't working. I just couldn't get a nice melody I liked, or that was in my range, that would sound well with my voice. So after I started adding screaming to the chorus, until I was like, you know what, fuck it, I will just scream the shit out of this chorus. And it worked. Like, I am genuinely pretty proud of what I came up with on this one. You let me know if you agree. And by the way, if you haven't already, the song's been out for 1 week now, or something like that, and you should totally go check it out. Do it. So I guess that we are done for now. As usual, subscribe to the channel, turn on the evil bell so YouTube will actually tell you when we upload. Go listen to the song if you haven't already, and thanks for watching, and talk to you soon.